Hi there, folks. It's Jonathan Denwood here from WP-Tonic. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about SEO and universities. The landscape has really changed over the last 18 months when it comes to SEO and colleges. It's really important. It's important to get traffic to your university website and then convert them into possible leads. Got a load of knowledge in this area. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. Coming back, folks. So like I said in the intro to this video, the landscape is really changing quite rapidly in the last 18 months. And I'm going to go through some fundamental principles and things that have changed and hopefully inform you. Now, I think obviously AI has been around almost for the last 3 years. It really started to gather pace about 2 years ago, 18 months ago, and it's really affecting SEO to some extent. There is a lot of misinformation out there. Now, the two areas where I think it has really affected search is how Google has responded to these large learning models. Obviously, with DeepMind, their own large language laboratory, they were big players even before OpenAI came on the scene, basically. But what they did recently over the last 18 months is they brought in something called AI overviews. Now, if you've got AI overview, and it's kind of like Wikipedia on steroids, you do a search and Google tries to answer it, and paid search and organic search is pushed down a bit. And a lot of the times, depending on the query, Google answers it. So there's no need to really look at the more traditional links. But this does vary. Google's still got about 80% of search, which is surprising. I was looking at some figures that was published a couple of months ago, and they do seem to have about 80 to 83% of search, but that search has been affected by AI overviews. Now, the other part of search is that Chat GPT, OpenAI have got a big relationship with Microsoft. Microsoft put a lot of money, and Chat GPT seems to rely on Google for their search results. So if you want to show up there, you really got to concentrate more than normal on Google, on Bing, sorry, and Bing Webmaster Tools, which is free. It's very similar to Google's search console tool. So that's a tip. When basically large learning models are still only about 3 to 4%, but it is growing. I can only see them taking more market share, but obviously Google's not going to sit there either and just let them take it. So it'd be really interesting to see what happens. You also got to remember that YouTube's the second biggest search engine on the internet and in general as well. And other like TikTok, Meta properties, they're all where people are doing search. So the landscape is changing to a degree, but over 80% is still dominated by Google. Now, when a large learning model does a search, when you put in a query, it does have a certain amount of the information in its own memory, in its own index, but it's nothing compared to Google or Bing. And if the query isn't in memory, it's going to do what's called a fan out. A fan out is it does kind of between about roughly around 20 subqueries, takes the main query, breaks it down, adapts it, and then pushes out about 20 subqueries. It obtains all the information from these queries and then formats it and puts it in front of you. That's basically what it's doing. Now, apart from ChatGPT, almost all the other large language models are using Google. They just don't have the resources to index the internet like Google. They just don't. So that's why Google's been showing up Reddit, YouTube, third-party websites that there's a certain group of websites that Google's been emphasizing a bit more than normal niche blogging or university websites. In August update, this seems to be changing a bit to some extent. And I do think Google has paid Reddit a lot of money, but a lot of Reddit has had a lot of problems lately because all the marketers in the world know that Google's been emphasizing Reddit, so they've been hitting Reddit hard, and this has become a bit problematic. So search is changing, but don't underestimate the power of Google and traditional SEO still. Now, how does this affect the content that you are producing for your university website? Well, top of funnel has become less effective because of AI overviews. Let's say a student was thinking about going to university themselves and their parents were really looking, what's the latest information? Is it still beneficial to go to university? So they put a very broad term in. Is it still beneficial to go to university in 2026? That's going to be answered by a Google AI overview. Now, a few years ago, you could decide to write an article about that just to get traffic to the university's website. How much of that traffic would actually convert into filling in a form so you get their email or booking in a tour of the university or actually going deeper into actually maybe actually signing up for the university? God knows, basically. But that type of term is almost 90% going to be answered by a Google AI overview. Now, the other kind of search, middle search, as I call it, middle content. What are my options in Nevada or bordering states to Nevada around top quality engineering courses in mechanical engineering? So somebody puts that search in. Now, Google overviews could still be triggered, true, but is the person going to be really satisfied by the Google overview? Probably not. They're going to give it a read, and then what is ever recommended and the links in the Google overview, or they're going to look under and look at some actual traditional links for more detailed information. That's how I see it. So you're probably going to get some traffic from that if you're in the top 3, and if you're definitely in the Google AI overview. So it's really important to be in the overview and also underneath the overview. So the last, I'm looking at this mechanical engineering course at Nevada University of Reno. What does the average student pays? What are the kind of grants and other possible financial support could I get? I am based in Nevada. That you still might trigger a AI overview, but that's much more intent driven. So it probably won't be triggered by AI overview. The more specific, the more specialized, it probably won't. And it's probably they will look, if it is, they will look at the overview, but they're more probably going to be looking at the links as well. Now, if they're using ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude, it really is important that you're going to be one of the links in their result. And this is why the landscape is basically changing. I'm going to end it here. I've written an article that goes into this in even more detail. You'll find that in the video description. Also, you can go to the WP-Tonic website and book a free consultation with me or a member of my team. And hopefully you found this video useful. Give us a thumbs up and also think about subscribing to the channel. That really does encourage me to make more of these videos. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.